Hi,
Hello and welcome.
to the things that we talk about.
Yes.
Okay, my name is Anif.
Yeah. Forgot to do this. What is this?
Jeremy.
This is Jeremiah Lee. No, it's Jeremy Singh.
And then Jessica.
right behind the GoPro.
Why do you keep saying Jeremiah Lee?
Because it's
Is there a
from
name you really want?
it's from a movie called
What?
钱不够用. There's this character.
Singaporean movie.
Yeah, the one with the
Money not enough.
money not enough. The movie.
So you're trying to
So
be like,
the character, one of the character, the villain, not to say villain, the antagonist, his name is Jeremiah Lee.
Jeremiah
So
Lee.
the Singaporeans there in Hokkien, they say Jeremiah Ani. As in Jeremiah don't like that.
My Annie.
Jeremiah Ani.
Wow.
Yeah, so it stuck with me because my brothers tease me with that shit since forever. Anyways, moving on. Today's
moving
topic, we're gonna be talking about
Yes. Here's the thing. Gossiping, rumors, and cyberbullying. Let's talk about it.
alright.
Okay. Before that, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, right? We are moving on to a different set. We are now gonna be doing like this because in a proper podcast manner.
Yes.
This is how it should be. Although we prefer the sofa because it's like laid back.
More relax,
Yeah.
more chill. We can show you our legs. Now we cannot show you our legs. We can try, but there's no point.
Yeah.
So anyways,
So okay.
Yep.
So well, is there a gossip about us, like doing on the sofa?
Not really, but we did have one comment that you
That's
guys
not a
have
gossip. That's
too
not a
much-
gossip.
Yeah.
Too much leg hair.
That's not a
Showing too
gossip.
much
First of
leg
all,
hair.
that's facts.
That is fact.
It is true.
Okay.
We do have leg hair,
Yes.
and honestly, if you got it,
You got it.
Flaunt it.
yeah, flaunt it, man. Show it to the world.
I don't think there's gossip
So
lah.
yeah, so here's the thing, from what Jessica said just now. So there's a difference between gossip and fact. So that's why the fact is on our show when we do on the sofa, right?
Yeah.
We can see our leg hair and people say got leg hair.
And then
so it's true.
Certain girls would say that we are men spreading.
Man spreading.
Men spreading is like, bro, what's up, bro? And then the leg all open wide, and it's like, bro, what's up?
Yeah, then like this, then like this. then like
Welcome to
this.
the thing that we talk about, and then the leg like that. No lah, we don't do that lah, but okay, we'll stop that. We'll stop
Yeah.
that
So
for now.
okay, the question is right. Why do people like to gossip so much?
What do you think is gossip? What do you consider as gossip?
I think gossip is something like it's not true,
Not
or
true.
like it's like partially true. It's something that not 100% true. It's like you heard somebody talk about it, but you don't know whether it's true or not. But it just occurred to you to tell another people, hey, I heard Jeremy like that.
It's like, yeah, it happened to me also. I heard Jeremy also like that. Okay, what I think is gossip is more like when someone like a person who with another person is got into
Conversation lah.
something that is, how to say, like they got into bad terms lah. So something someone did that offended them, and then they're like, God damn it, why you gotta be like this? So instead of going to that person to solve the problem, we went to another person
To share.
to sharing. Okay, more like it's like usually in spaces like or workplaces or whatever, it'd be like, oh, this fella don't do his work properly, and then it's like, bro, that fella anjing, don't do work. Then the boss have to throw everything at me and like, oh, you damn useless, and then this fella is like, yeah.
So-
that fella that didn't do like that also. So instead of solving the problem,
He went and
tell
spread.
this fella pula is like, bro, I heard this fella don't do work.
But then again,
Gossip.
if you realize gossip is always something bad or something that not good. You
Because
rarely
it's juicy,
hear
ma.
good gossip. Yeah.
People like juicy gossip.
Something like scandalous. It's like,
Yeah.
why would
Yeah.
this happen?
Like nowadays people call it membawang, right?
Yeah.
Or the makcik-makcik.
Makcik
when
bawang.
they're, when they're cutting the bawang or garlic and all that, they sit around the table and they talk about gossip lah. That's why it became
Betul kan?
membawang.
Kau tahu tak?
Kau tahu ke?
Yeah.
anak Encik Salimah itu,
Ya, aku nak
dia keluar dengan lelaki lain.
Ya.
Kenapa
Pegang-pegang peluk-peluk.
Kenapa tak ada perempuan lain untuk dia?
Allah.
Pegang dengan lelaki pula. Ish, tak ingat Allah.
Wow.
Something like that. We'll never know.
Well,
We'll
yeah,
never know.
but like, see, those are the things that there are different type of gossip lah. There's like the kampung gossip, the makcik-makcik gossip, and also the entertainment gossip.
Entertainment,
There's also a political gossip.
Tabloid.
Like political gossip, like it could be a workplace gossip or political gossip lah. There are few area lah.
Yeah, political gossip, or we don't want to talk about the government gossip. If it's fine, everybody knows. Yeah, everybody knows about that. I don't need to go into
But
detail.
it begs the question like why? Why do people do gossip? Right? For me, right, I feel like it's because you have nothing better to do. As in like, or usually the case is like human tend to be curious. They're just curious to know about like what do you know about another thing. You know, like I don't know about this thing, but then you tell me about it, like, oh really? Oh yeah, Then when there's more than two people says the same thing, then you start to believe that it's true.
It's a true rumor. This fella heard from this fella, heard from this fella, that this fella did this, then this fella heard from that fella, and then the story makes sense.
Yeah,
story makes
yeah.
sense. But is it true?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah,
so
is
the
it true?
person initially saying it might have done it out of
Or the
hate.
person who
Or
was
anger.
listening to it misinterpret or like
Misinterpret is one thing.
what the another person's reaction is or answer.
And
It could be
then
that.
in the end, it will turn out to be the most vile story you've ever heard of. This fella fucked this guy in the butthole. Did you hear that? It's like, ew, don't tell me that, Jesus. God damn.
But those are the type of gossip that people they may not like to hear,
Yeah.
or they
Yeah.
may say that they don't like to hear, but they actually want to hear it.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think gossip starts because deep down inside, right? Sometimes people like to know someone else's misfortune. Or someone like to hear about someone else's misfortune. Because like you all said, gossiping most of the time is bad, right?
Yeah, it's bad.
It's negative.
Yeah. You see,
He's really,
Lucky
really
also
trying to
gossiping.
join.
He's really
trying
It's
to join.
okay, it's not
gossiping.
that loud. So do you think gossiping is harmless?
I would say it does more harm than good, like, obviously. This,
Yeah, I mean, okay, I think for me, I think gossiping is harm in different way. It's harmful, I mean, it's not harmless. It's actually harmful in terms of psychologically and also mentally and also emotionally lah. Those are the things that affect people. Like, can you imagine somebody gossip about you, which are not entirely true, but because everybody thinks that you're like that, you feel depressed and you feel like, you feel like, what? Why? I never do that. I never said that. But that's a different thing lah. But I think it's just that gossiping actually is not harmless. It is harm at a certain way that it could affect somebody like here and here. Not like bodily harm lah.
not physical harm,
Not
but
physical
it's
harm.
Mentally
definitely harm.
and
mentally lah,
emotionally,
mentally. I think it's mentally harm.
spiritually.
But think about it, okay. If someone goes around spreading rumors like, bro, I heard this guy is filthy rich, bro. Is that a good rumor? Think about it. Bro, this guy is rich. I heard that his wife got good health. I don't know.
So that's okay when it's harmless when the gossip becomes rumor, right? And then it comes back to the person.
Yeah.
Like if people talk
it's
about
harmful.
you, it's
when it
harmful.
comes back to
Sorry,
you.
yeah. Because if people talk about you, but you never hear about it for how many years, right?
Sure.
Then it won't affect you, right? You won't know
Exactly.
somebody's talking about you.
Yeah.
So it's only harmful when it comes back to you,
Yeah.
or it is something so extreme like, oh, this girl got pregnant before she got married.
Yeah.
And then maybe the girl is trying to do something about it, and then somehow the rumor gets to her parents. And
Yeah.
then her parents flip out, and then the whole family disown her lah, becomes some big drama.
It's like, oh my god,
such a
how can you?
disgrace.
How can this become a shotgun marriage? What you do? Why you never wear gloves?
So that's how gossiping and rumors become become harmful lah.
Yeah, I mean like it usually started off with a small gossip, Then when it became, double, triple and everything, like a lot of people know about it, then it become rumors already. Once it become rumors, usually come back to the person, like what you said. That is where the effect come in. The effect will come in to that person and also to the people around that person. Like you said just now, family, right? Family is the one especially, because you can't believe that your daughter or your son or your brother or your sister or your father or your mother or your uncle is like that. You can't believe it, but it's just rumor. But, it is something that inevitable. It will happen at some point to somebody.
But then usually gossip in the end always comes back, no matter how it is.
Yeah.
Most of it anyways. I'm glad that I haven't heard any vile rumors about me because I don't have any. I'm a good person. Anyways, point is no matter what type of gossip it is, it's always bad.
Yeah.
And then no matter how it spreads or whatever, whether it spreads or not, it's already bad from the get-go.
Yeah.
So instead of going through, so many, instead of like addressing it to someone else who does not fix the issue, might as well fix the issue there and then. But then people usually do not
like to solve the problem.
Yeah, people rather, be comfortable in a way that, they don't want to be in an uncomfortable situation with another person by, confronting them.
Confrontation.
Instead of being confrontational, they rather be like, you know what, I'm just going to tell him. Then hopefully he shuts the hell up. This guy is an asshole. Okay, and then the guy was like, that guy is a huge ass twat. And then he goes around and spreads something else. So so instead, this is the thing about humans in general. So you cannot change that.
Human psychology is just how human behaves like that. But then if we overhear a piece of gossip, right, but you don't go and spread it, right, but you hear it, right, but you don't go and tell it. Are we still a part of it? Do we think still a part of it?
Is it safe to say it's like, bro, I'm just a listener, I'm just a bystander. I did not contribute into this. But then you weren't helping. You weren't helping in the sense like you weren't there to,
but then,
advocate. Stop it. You're like, bro,
I think
he's not here to defend himself. That's not cool. Talking shit about him behind his back.
There's two levels. Like one is the accomplice of the gossip.
Yeah, accomplice.
Another one is the bystanders of the gossip. And another one is the actioner of the gossip.
Actioner.
Yeah, like the one who take the action. Like, oh,
bro, don't. Stop. That shit ain't right. Stop.
Usually, most of the case is either level 1 and level 2. It's rarely level 3. Level 3 will only happen when you know that person personally. It's always happen like that.
True.
Have you been in that situation where you feel uncomfortable, like when people talk about somebody and then you try to stop it in a very subtle way?
I have tried to stop people from gossiping, but how do I put it? Because I don't know both parties overtly well. Like, I get their point of view and I get his point of view. So technically I'm in between lah. So whenever this happens, I try to like, maybe he's doing this because of certain reasons. So like I'm trying to cover for him. And then when, he tries to say some shit about them also, it's like, maybe they're like this because, so I'm trying to cover both ways. So instead of fanning the flames of war, because, I love to watch the world burn. No, I just like chill, everybody. Chill the hell out, so I think I'd rather stop it. I have tried it, but probably unsuccessful.
What about you, Anip? Have you tried to stop?
I bumped to that situation before where like in between the gossip about this person and this person, right? The first thing that I do, like as naturally, I would try to listen to both person lah. Like the person who spread the gossip and the source of the gossip itself. I would go to like if it's someone that I know or like just something that you heard about. I'm the kind of person like going to investigate.
Take action lah.
Like I don't really take action in a way like
you're the
like
actioner.
Actioner. So basically, I would investigate and then after that, I would like analyze by myself, like read or like understand the situation. Why is it happening like this? Why is it happening? Try to understand from this person's perspective, like what is he doing, and try to understand from this person's perspective, like whether this person actually look at this person in a neutral way, or is it looking at this person?
Maybe he just said it like one off, like it's like
one off.
Bro, I think it's like that lah, and then someone was like, oh, he says like that, and then someone tried to spin it.
Because sometimes human communication is very complicated. You know, like how you speak, how when you say something, and what I intercept is very different.
How you interpret it.
Yeah, how I interpret it very different. Maybe the source of the problem wasn't actually an issue,
Yeah,
but it's
there
just a
was no issue.
misunderstanding or something like that. So it's like
And
this
then-
guy is just in a bad mood because what happened was with my friend is like back then, this fella is having a bad day. So this guy was trying to talk to him, but he ignored him because he's having his own personal problem. But another fella feels like macam
Oh.
tak cool lah kau macam ni.
Just because I made that messed up shot one time. and then you don't want to
Coincidentally, he messed up something lah, but it has nothing to do with that situation.
talk.
Totally nothing to
He
do.
wasn't mad at him about
Yes.
that situation.
He wasn't mad at
He
that.
didn't even give a shit.
Yeah. So I knew what happened. So I came in and tried to explain.
Oh, okay.
Well, this guy, when he heard about another fella go and talk shit about him, right? Like, dia ni tak cool lah, ni. So I don't like, okay, that point of time, you were in a bad mood. It's partially your fault also because you're responding in a way that people misinterpret. And when this person, another friend of mine, misinterprets of what he's doing, that caused the thing to spread lah. You know, it's
to
like
even grow even bigger lah.
yeah. So and then
actually
in my point that I go and meet another one and say like actually he has a personal problem and whatever. But then in them, managed to bring both of them to sit down and talk together. It's okay. It's actually just a misunderstanding. You see how such a small thing like just couple of sentences can actually make a gossip or a rumours about somebody. Friends, you know. Can you imagine those two are not friends, like stranger.
imagine if they're
Imagine.
colleagues.
Imagine it's like total stranger. That would be so bad. That would be very, very bad. No one can solve that. I mean, like even you can't even solve because you don't know this guy. Even if you know this person, then you'll be the third person. No? You'll be the one who's going to be defending this person.
He's the type of person we have a term for it, the pacifier.
Pacifier.
Yeah.
Wow.
The one you put in baby's mouth, man.
To stop the fire.
To stop
Wow.
crying,
To stop
you
the
go
fire.
and then you go there. Pacifier. That's what you are.
Because we can also look at it this way lah. If the other way around, right? Rumour first lah. Rumours take like one sentence to start a rumour, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, I saw him walking out of a hotel with another guy. I think he's gay. Okay, that piece of rumour.
He doesn't
right?
even say, I think he's gay. He's what? I saw that guy walk out with another man. Walks away. This fella pandai-pandai interpret lah.
Oh, dia
That
gila.
dude was gay.
He's gay. So this source A spread into his group of friends,
Yeah.
right? And then they start dissecting that piece of information. Then it becomes a gossip
For
session.
one
lah.
stupid information. Dude could be his brother.
Is he really gay? Tapi dia suka perempuan kan?
Dia hari tu
Patutlah
saya
dia
tengok
macam
dia
tu,
tengok
you know?
panty semua. It was like
Tengok panty.
Wow.
So usually gossip, right, is when people are trying to discuss or dissect. It may be something true, okay? Maybe a piece of information that is true. But it becomes gossip when you're talking about that person that has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
So what if he's gay?
Yeah.
So what if he came out of
you
the hotel
don't
with a guy?
contribute to the solution or the problem. So shut the hell up.
I mean, here's the first level lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the spreader. This is what we call the super
Super
spreader.
Super spreader.
In times of COVID, everything is a super spreader.
But then, do you think like okay, when it comes to gossip and rumors, you can't get away from what do you call it? Women and men,
Gender.
gender lah. Like which one that spread or like
Rumor faster.
No, like which one?
That's wrong.
Okay, which one actually
Gossip
gossip more? You think men or women gossip more?
Oh, if you
What
have
do
to
you
put it down to
Can we have two men and one
gender,
woman there?
I think, how do I put it? I don't think like men don't spread gossip or whatever or do it more or less. I think it's more like humans in general do it.
I think
This is me trying to be a pacifist. Peace to all
Wow.
women.
The stereotype, I think the stereotype is women gossip more, right?
Yes,
But
the
over the
stereotype.
years, I've met so many men who love to gossip.
Exactly. I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. Okay, I don't want to be like, I'm holier than thou. I don't gossip, man. Psh, kill yourself, boom. No, I love listening to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I love.
you're the bartender.
Bro, what's up with that? Hey, tell me that new guy. Hit
Why
me up
is
with
it-
the 411 if you know
Yeah.
what I mean. Damn.
So there's no gender bias.
I don't think gender bias is bullshit. That's what I think.
Last time it was the perception that women gossip more than men, right? But honestly speaking, I don't think it's men or women. It's the upbringing. It's how who you mingle around with.
That's right.
If you mingle around with
That's right.
bitch who like to
Preach
bitch about
to
other
the
people,
choir.
like you will be a bitch also.
That's
but
true.
if you hang out with
That's true.
holiest holy,
Yes.
then you be the holiest holy also lah.
Yes. Not
But if you hang out with
the most ratchet,
Yes.
ratchet.
But if you hang out with a bit of bitch and holiest holy, you're in the middle, you might be the bystander. You'll be like,
But of course, I don't like to spread lah.
hello.
So you just
I don't like to spread. I
masuk
like to
keluar
listen.
telinga lah.
I like to listen. It was like, ooh, Brangelina is at it again.
Okay, why don't we try this? Okay, this is also something I'm trying lah.
Trying,
The keyword
huh?
is trying. Because
Okay.
to be honest,
A
I also like
plus
to
for
gossip
effort.
lah. I also like to listen to gossip. I may not contribute to it because sometimes I may not know this person, but sometimes juicy gossip is like watching a drama, you know?
Yeah, you like to go around and go,
You know, like we had this group of people like trying to guess, hey, who do you think is gay? You know, that kind of thing. That's considered gossiping, right?
Yeah.
You know, for a few seconds you're like, oh yeah, is he gay? No lah, I don't think so.
He does look like it. He does look like
Then
it.
after a while, I catch myself like, okay. So this one good way to try to stop it is just change the topic lah. Just straight away change topic.
I mean, it is a good way, but some people, especially in a group, when one person tries to change the topic, it's not gonna work.
Then
It
you
has to
gotta
be a
come back
collective
here.
effort. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to change the topic? Why? You homophobic, is it? Suddenly out of nowhere. Out of nowhere.
There was another gossip coming. You know, he's homophobic.
You know what I heard? Jessica is homophobic. It was like,
I am
Bang.
not. Okay.
bang. So yeah, I mean, changing the topic is a good way. I mean, another good way is to
Be really strict about it lah. Like, hey, don't say that. You know, just don't say this kind of thing lah.
that-
But it's very difficult to see that situation.
Of
It's just
course.
like you go, jap aku check jap.
First of all, unless you have a personal stake in it, like that fella is your friend. Unless that fella is your friend,
Then you would say
you would say that shit.
you'll be the actioner lah.
Yeah.
The third one.
Yeah, you'll be like, bro, that's not cool, bro. That guy's my friend. I know him. He's not like that. But I mean, if you are like, you know, an outsider, you
outsider,
totally
yeah.
have no stake in this.
You probably like-
what you need to see is, does it benefit you?
Or the-
Are you going to solve the problem? If not, stay away from it. That's it. Either stay away from it or just, you know.
I got the best way to stay away from gossip and rumors. It's like I mean, honestly, in nowadays and age, you cannot get away from gossip and rumors. They'll always be around us every day. But what you can do is the least is just try to like masuk sini keluar sana dah. You know,
Don't go and spread it.
Don't go and spread about it. If you don't know anything about it, it's like fake news lah. You don't know the validity of it.
Exactly.
Don't go and spread to other people. Like fake news
That's
is
why
work in correlation with all
Those
this.
WhatsApp makcik just start. Not only makcik,
Spreading
pakcik,
fake news.
abang, adik, kakak, all those, please. Tolonglah, kalau tak pasti, jangan share.
Yes, you know.
So
Straight from
what if
KKM.
you are the subject?
Oh,
What are you gonna do? Okay, have you in this case, have you been in that situation before? What's the worst rumor?
Have I
or
been part
gossip?
of a gossip? Have
Yeah.
I been
Or what's the worst thing you heard about
the
yourself?
point of the rumor?
Have you?
I don't.
Or have you heard like a ridiculous rumor or gossip about yourself?
the ridiculous ever.
The most ridiculous rumor I think is like, that boy he's a Korean. Yeah, once you see him, you know, and that's not actually a rumor.
That is fact.
That's like everyone here does look like some Korean, but I do think he look like Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong,
Fast and Furious.
Fast and
Tokyo
Furious,
Drift.
Tokyo Drift.
Google it.
He's
No.
Japanese. What is he?
He's Japanese.
In Japanese.
Korean.
Yeah.
He's Japanese.
Like show your side, bro. Yeah, this fucking face.
No. I'm not Korean. I'm not that.
So you've never
I'm
been
from Mongolia.
been the subject of any gossip, lah. So good,
I mean, even if I have been, I don't think I remember.
You don't hear about
Yeah,
it.
and I don't really care about what people say about me. I'm just that kind of person. Because
What about you, Anik?
I I had
Never
one.
been.
Yeah. So the one that I remember the most is where people said I'm gay.
I was part of that gossip.
Really?
I was part of it.
In work, at work
No gossip.
Okay.
No. This is what? Anaikan, right?
Anaikan. One
I was
Anaikan.
part of that rumor.
Yeah,
I
so-
loved it. I
So,
loved every moment
so,
of it.
so he was a part of the rumors where that was one of it. One of the rumors was that when we still
It's
when
not
we
right. It's not right. Don't do it. But this shit's funny.
Okay, so let's start from this is the recent one, not recent, this is the last one that I've ever been part of, like where when we first started to get to work together, right? I was wearing very, very smart, like looking like a good boy and all that,
Yeah.
right?
All blazer
then
and
all
stuff like
blazer
that.
and all that. And then they can't help it but to say I'm anak ikan to this one guy
Yeah.
who hired you?
who hired
because,
me.
because that okay. In
Oh
all
my
fairness,
God.
that man was
Has
most
the tendency
probably-
to probably
yeah,
have.
most probably
Anak ikans.
in that direction.
That look like I'm in that
sexually in that direction. Okay, so when he comes in the first day, okay, and then I'm not to say that I've been in that place for a long time, but then when he come in, right behind that man, like directly behind, and then all blazer and suited up, and then looking fresh to death, and then me with my face probably I don't gear, but whatever. It was like, bro, gay. I didn't start it. There was someone to do it. Hashtag I am. Thank you for being around.
How did you find out about it? They
I
asked you.
found out from him.
No, because
I found out from him.
everybody was like,
Everybody
no,
said the same thing.
yeah, no, everybody was there and they're like, oh, see. So, anak punya anak ikan. And it was like,
Anak ikan mamak ni.
and everybody was like, oh yeah, mungkin lah.
tengok
So
apa
after
yang-
a while, and then he's removed from that situation, and then he started to join us, and then we like, oh, he's not like that lah. He's not like that. And then we tell him lah, because we need to find out. We need to know him.
Once they told me
Tell him that
once
we
they told me
can
about it, I'm like, that's not the first time I've been in that situation. Though. That's not the first time. I mean, like,
You've
it's not the
been
first time for me.
Many people's anak ikan lah.
No, not anak ikan. I've been okay. When I was
Accused or
when I
thought
was-
of being gay.
yes, when I
Oh.
was younger, I had people thought I was gay. The reason being is I had a lot of guy friends. I hang out with guys a lot. Like with my friend. I don't hang out with girls when I was younger. It's like I tend to have like hang out with friends, not a lot of guy friends, and just lepak lah. So even when I go to the bar, I go with my friend, my good friend lah. Just the two of us, and then the two of us go hang out, lepak. And then because of that, like I've started to hear rumors from my surrounding and people around me or people, So there's this girl quickly come and talk to me, like communicate with me, and started like, do you have a girlfriend? I said, I don't have a girlfriend. Why don't you have? She kept on going, like, asking me why I don't have a girlfriend. I said, I don't have a girlfriend because I don't want to, because I don't want commitment.
And then what she said, are you sure you don't
Are
like
you
the
sure
PP?
you don't like, are you sure this was one, or is it, I mean, I've heard people say that you're gay. Then I'm like, whoa, like where, who? And I said, I mean, I'm not gonna tell you where or who lah, but just that people seem to say that you're gay because you always hang out around guys and your best friend. Like people say you and your best friend are gay. And I'm like, what? Who? My best friend? So my best friend at that time was a year younger than me, right? Because we always hang out together because always free ma. The two of us like no job, nothing ma. Just hang out lah. Just the two of us.
So if you have a best friend that's a guy, and then you don't have a girlfriend, you're probably sword fighting. Is that right?
Yeah. So I'm like, so she said like,
fighting.
so I in my defense I was like, okay, look, if I'm gay, right? Do you see I go and hug my friend like that, like show some affection,
do you
love whatever? Do you see that? Do you see those kind of things?
I don't know.
So she said that she doesn't know all that, but she
Okay.
just heard about it from a friend.
So it's
and then
not right.
from another friend. And she's not the only one though. Like I have a few friends that even some guy friend like I was like, hey, I don't cakap kau gay though. Like one of my friends said,
What do you say to
like,
that? What do you say to that?
then I'm like, what the, you know what? How am I gay? You know me very well. Then my friend knows me.
Why don't you say something like, it's you ask your mother, take off her clothes here. I see you call me father.
Wait, don't say that.
Singaporean movie,
Don't
just so
say
you know.
that,
It's not
guys.
mine. It's quoted from a Singaporean movie.
This
Okay.
Suda Clang.
So
Sorry.
yeah, that's the thing I got about me. That's the worst rumors that I heard about me. It's like people say I'm gay, but as time goes by, that I got used to it. I'm like,
Yeah, it's okay. Call me
I'm
gay
like-
all you want.
so in right, because there's no way you can fight out of it. Sometimes these rumors are just
Yeah.
damn addictive for people. And sometimes you just gotta ignore it. It will die out.
Yeah,
It will die. For my case, it die out.
And either way,
Yeah.
whether you want it to start or stop or whatever, it's not up to you.
It's not up to
It's
me.
not up to you.
It's not up to me.
Rumors
It's
are
not
gonna
up to
start
me.
regardless.
Yeah.
Like how I'm Korean, it's gonna start. Probably
Wow.
because I am Korean.
But it's
Wow.
not harming you in any
Not
way.
harming.
So you just
I mean,
let
it-
go.
Gossip is still gossip, okay? Everything is bad. Alright. What if I wanted to be Japanese? You know, and then you just call me Korean and I'm like, please, I'm Japanese.
So
I
this
guess-
is this. Sorry.
So that it has an effect to me in a way, like I got like those category come and like approach me.
Those categories.
Okay. The alphabets people.
The alphabet people, the not alphabet people, like
Okay,
people
get
who
it.
like person or people or community that prone to that
Ah.
line come and approach me. Chill, bro.
Don't panic.
The
Don't panic.
binaries, the non-binaries,
like-
the LGBTQs, she's,
Come and
he's.
approach me, like trying to get to know me. I'm like, at first I was like, okay lah, like I don't know what their intention is. I don't want to make friends and whatever. Then I realized, started to like, this
So
is
many of
weird.
They have intentions lah.
The weird thing is, how does your guy friend text you all the time? Do your guy friend text you all the time? I mean, text you all the time.
I mean, you both had to ask this other. I wouldn't know. I text my girlfriends all the time.
Okay,
Okay.
so like
So,
text all the time.
okay, a bro, legit bro, to another bro. Bros don't do that to bros.
Do y'all text each other all the time?
Not to
Not
say
all
all
the
the time.
It's like
See, this is we trying to defend ourselves to prove that we're not gay.
it's like
We probably have bromance,
yeah.
but not romance.
So like what I mean all the time is like asking you what you eat, how's your
Bro, dah
day,
makan ke?
where you
Like
going?
a girlfriend lah.
Yes,
Bro,
So,
semalam tengok wayang kat mana?
Oh my god! Like at that point in time, I'm like, okay, I gotta clear this one now. So
Right.
I come
Right.
sit like tell him like, okay, look,
I'm of this direction.
I am straight. I'm not gay. And then he confessed it to me that he heard that I was in that.
direction.
So he was interested. So I was like, yo, nah man, nah.
Of that direction.
But then at the end of the day, it's like I have I have nothing against these people.
Yep.
Like I think I'm still friend with this person.
Yes.
I still know the person. It's just that knows the boundaries lah. I'm not that kind of guy. I'm like straight, so that's how it ends. lah.
So this is how fake news start lah.
Yes.
And
It
then
never
also
comes back to the
Ah.
source. Always around the source.
Yes. It
Right.
rarely comes to the source. You
Yeah.
only
Or
find
the
out.
subject of the.
You only find out when the source comes to you suddenly like, betul ke? Somebody try to validify that gossip. Or
Okay, wait.
rumor.
Do I have one of those? No, I'm a boring person. My life sucks.
So this is if you are the subject, So
Yeah.
what if the subject is somebody that you cannot reach out to? For example, celebrity. Fake news about celebrity, right? So this is where
It's even juicier.
so once we hear about it, then people like to attack them, right?
Yeah.
People think like they're holier than thou attitude,
Yeah,
lah, right?
yeah.
So this is where keyboard warriors come in
Yeah, but
Mm.
and start attacking them.
Keyboard
Or
warriors
start spreading them on Twitter lah. It gets spread so
Oh,
it's
viral.
go
Kita
viral.
viralkan dia.
I know a few people who's a keyboard warrior. I'm not gonna mention names.
Full time,
Yeah.
full time,
like
or part time.
full time like
Full time,
most
okay.
of the time you will see
It's a legit. It's a
legit
legit
career. It's a
No,
legit
sometimes
career.
it could. Sometimes
it is a legit
certain unethical media outlets could also be the source of it.
Yeah.
They may, blow up something really
But
small.
it depends if that media outlet clearly states that they are satire, and then some pachi or machi bawang from somewhere reads this thing and then goes like, bro, that shit's facts. It's out on the media outlet.
You know, sometimes
And then they start spreading it, and then everybody will like, hey, yeah.
sometimes right, the one who spread these rumors or the gossip, right, they only read the headline. They didn't really read the whole thing. So they don't know the
Read
whole thing.
headlines, straight away comment.
Yes, they only read the headline. Then there's like
bodoh ke apa? Kenapa macam ni?
Padahal
korang tak patut tau.
I mean, another thing is like some medias like to have clickbait headlines, right? In order to get people to read. But sometimes these are the one that make the rumors, they make the gossip. You know, they are the one that cause like people who malas nak baca headline je, kau tak baca habis pun, betul kau dah tahu. Okay, ni. Padahal the whole story is different.
Like let's say something happened, and then something of this race is involved. Straight away they attack the race. They don't attack the person.
Yeah.
They go for the whole
yeah.
community as a whole.
Yeah.
That shit fucked up. It's not fair to that race as a whole or whatever, or that community. Just whenever this happens, it's not right lah. So keyboard warriors, their job is to do such things. So if you're going to talk about keyboard warriors alone, it's their job.
I remember one clear example last year was when there was this landslide that happened in Banjaran Hot Springs Resort. Right?
This one got the juicy
at first
hot
they said a
gossip.
couple died. The headline reported
that
a
one.
couple passed away in the accident. And then suddenly 1-2 days later, the headline says victim's wife come and claim the body. Then everybody starts getting like confused, right?
I thought it's a
So
couple.
people put
go
two and
to
two
hospital.
together and start commenting, right?
Yeah.
All these holier than thou people. Third party is it? What this person do? So start lah. All the key warriors start commenting. So what do you? This is just one example lah. So how would the victim's wife feel, right, when she reads this thing? So for keyboard warriors' point of view, what are they thinking? Why are they doing this?
I mean, honestly,
One of it is career.
Career.
Okay. Second thing is,
No
second thing of
life.
it, they just like to say something.
They just like to say something.
They just like to say something. Sometimes this keyboard warrior, they tend to write something
They're too
without
free.
thinking. They're too
Free.
free. Sometimes they're not free. It's that they make
must
time.
say something.
They make time to say
I
something.
mean, at the same time, of course, like it's so easy nowadays to just put your 2 cents into any comment section.
Yeah,
lah.
exactly.
But like, some people just love to fan flames. Some people are just trolls for the sake of being a troll.
Yeah.
So these kind of people, there's nothing you can do to stop them.
I think
They're
for
everywhere.
keyboard warrior, there's a few type of keyboard warriors you need to understand. They are like the fan flame one, they are the trolls one, and they are the what do you call it? The preacher one. There's the preacher.
That one, I have more agama than you.
Yeah, the preacher one. So those are the few type of keyboard warriors. I'm pretty sure there are a lot more type of keyboard warriors. But this keyboard
but
warriors,
keyboard warriors are all the same.
Keyboard warriors are all the same. So their purpose is because they like to say something. It's just what they like to, voice out their opinion out loud, but not in way like front to front, face to face. They are only daring to say it in the social, on social media, online, because they know that they can hide behind.
Yeah.
But a lot of them are not hiding behind fake accounts,
Yeah. Sometimes.
So they don't realize how easy it is people to just click on your profile.
Yeah, but sometimes when they are saying hateful stuff or whatever, whenever these people who do these kind of things, they obviously don't care.
Yeah.
Even if you click my account, so what? You're gonna come all the way from Penang to KL to whack me, is it? Of course, some do that lah, but most of the time it's like, stupid KL fella. What are you gonna do about it? So
Because I think
people have this
they
thing lah,
have-
like they think they have security behind when you're
Behind
online.
the social media stuff. We need to say that they feel like, it's my opinion, I have a right to an opinion. But
Freedom
do you
of
know
speech.
there's no such thing as freedom of speech? You need to mind what you say to other people. There's a freedom of speech. You have to understand the definition and term of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech, when you try to, when you try to fight for something which is correct,
Yeah.
which is right, factually
Which is
correct.
for the
That-
good of the
For the good of
people,
people.
yada,
That is
yada.
a freedom of speech. But when you say nasty thing about people, that is not freedom of speech.
Yeah.
That is totally not freedom
Even
of
though
speech.
technically this is where you have to draw the line where it starts to become cyberbullying, right?
Yes.
So how bad does it have to be until it becomes cyberbullying? Would you consider cyberbullying?
I think
For example, if the
From-
subject is one person or
Yeah.
let's say a family or something.
From the get-go, it's already wrong. It's already cyberbullying. Whenever it involves a certain person's life, it's already cyberbullying.
Yeah.
So it's not fair if whether you're a cousin or a relative and then you come out like, hey, boy, why you like that? And then suddenly, the this makcik's friendlies all jumpo and then it's like, why your nephew like that one? And then it's cyberbullying. Whether it's in a small scale or big scale, it's still cyberbullying.
Yeah,
if it's all online lah, if it's
Yeah.
seen online lah.
I mean, cyberbullying can be a thing such as when you say something about someone in terms of like physical, also considered cyberbullying. Gemuknya kau. When you say
Fat
something like that,
shaming.
Yeah.
when you
It could
shaming
seem like,
people,
okay, maybe that person can take it. He can take it lah. When they're saying it online and then somehow, your emotion don't get through.
yes.
It's like, gemuknya kau. It's like, it's like that's just rude lah.
Did you know that Malaysia is ranked number 2 in Asia for cyberbullying?
Oh, I thought
I'm
we were
not
number one.
surprised.
I thought
I'm
we were
not
number
surprised.
one.
We're
I'm not
quite
surprised.
aggressive online.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Like, I think not long ago, I remember on TikTok, this girl, I don't know if that was Malaysia, I think it's Malaysia lah. So this girl, she was just any normal girl, okay, doing a
She's
not-
trying to do a makeup
do
tutorial.
a makeup, yeah. And
Yeah,
then she
that
didn't
girl.
do it properly. She's not the
She's not to say the best
prettiest
lah.
looking or whatever. And then people started like
Bashing.
really shaming her. You know,
Yeah.
she's like just a teenager, and she's doing a TikTok live, trying to do makeup tutorial, right?
Yeah.
And then people are like, gemuknya kau,
Tak malu ke nak
tak
buat
malu
TikTok?
ke, muka comot macam tu, you know? Very, very harsh comments.
Yeah.
Like they don't think about the person behind.
Yeah, and the poor girl, like halfway through after she read, then she started crying, she started tearing, you know. So I think not long after she stopped, and then it became a thing because people screenshot a lot of the comments. And then some people managed to screenshot the comments and the person who posted it and started trolling those commenters. So it became a whole cycle of cyberbullying.
Yeah, it become like you bully this person, okay, I come and help you.
Also,
bully
Yeah,
them.
so like
Then you are a part of the
You're
bullying
part of the
community
problem,
lah.
what? Yeah.
how to put it? Some would say that it's justice served cold.
But I don't agree with that justice of cold though.
But then these people are doing cyberbullying.
Then
So
you in return
he
cyberbullying another person.
If this person is not served justice, then who else is going to serve justice other than the netizens themselves? Coming to the
I mean,
rescue
that-
and
that's
destroying
where-
that person.
That's where the problem occurs. So it's a cycle it's a non-stop cycle. Can you imagine? Okay, you cyberbully you. Okay, then I go and cyberbully her for you. Then another person cyberbully her for you.
Or cyberbully you for her. And
You know,
then,
like so it's a non-stop.
Yeah,
like
non-stop.
non-stop. Okay, you look at like I remember last time. Remember Dua Lipa case? Dua Lipa case. Malaysia is very
Brutal.
brutal. You know.
Do you remember?
Do you remember Dua Lipa case?
Because in her
Where he-
language, what is she
Yeah.
again? I can't,
Puppy or something.
Armenian or something.
Armenian.
I can't remember what
no,
country,
no.
what nationality
Okay.
she is. But in her native language, father is Babi. The word
Yes.
Papa.
Oh.
Papa.
Yes.
So she wished happy birthday Babi in her own language, ma. These Malaysians go and kepo for what? Go and comment, you don't respect my religion, whatever. Who are you?
Out of nowhere. Then she
Out of
responded.
nowhere.
Yeah, out of
Really flirt her
nowhere.
comments, and she actually had to edit her caption
Edit the caption.
because there were just too many.
And she
This
was
is
upset
where
about it, you know.
These people are becoming very entitled. You know, you go to somebody else's,
Especially someone not Malaysian
and
to
not
give
even
a shit about our language.
not even speaking your language. You yourself also curse and say babi what? As
Yeah.
if you don't say that.
That's why I said like Malaysia punya cyberbullying, it's not a surprise that it went up to ranking number 2. I'm surprised it's not number 1. Like, I mean, number 1 was probably like some other country, I'm not sure. Korean?
I think Korean netizens are quite ruthless also.
Yeah, I think they quite good.
But ours is we don't have a filter of who we are not supposed to go for. Some people, those not really smart ones who don't know the law and stuff like that, they go for every single thing they think hey, I'm behind the PC, I can attack anyone I can think of. So when they attack the wrong type of people, that's when the cops come in, MCMC, then only they want to start to apologize and all that.
I feel like people
So
feel
people don't understand.
People feel entitled to attack, right? When they are trying to defend a problem. For example, okay, let's use celebrities as an example. Okay, the most recent case, local celebrity, is I guess Nilofa. Okay, Nilofa has been in a series of scandals recently.
Yeah, but she's never defended herself though.
She did sort of lah. She did defend
I mean,
why she caused.
she did
borders,
apologize. She did make an apology for whatever she done.
Oh, she did.
So
Yeah.
these are the things that
Good for
like.
her.
But she also a part of kena cyberbully, like
Yeah,
especially
collectively,
celebrity.
people feel that it's okay to attack her because she did something wrong.
Okay,
Okay, she
then
broke the law, so it's okay to attack her family. It's okay to attack her as a Kelantanis. It's okay to attack Kelantanis in general.
Yeah.
You know? All this kind
People
of
the
attack
problem
Kelantan.
lah.
comments
Yeah.
That's fucked up. Kelantan is such a beautiful
came
place.
in.
Why would they
And
do
then,
that?
So that's the problem is like cyberbully. They take so many different angles and different perspectives to attack somebody on another different case. Like for example, the case is non-related to your state, non-related to your language, to your race, or to how you look like, but they attack you in every angle possible. So these are the problem here. Like if you really want to fight for something online, like what you can do is like you will go to MCMC or whatever, or you go to the
Report
police
it,
and
go through the
report it
proper
properly
outlet.
lah.
But then
Report it
here's the
properly
thing
lah.
also. Here's the thing also. The
Sometimes
thing
the
about
action's
ours,
not taken.
action's just not taken, bro.
Yeah.
Especially with VVIPs lah. So I mean, it's not fair. Of course, it's not right that people do this. But in some ways, they have no other way to do it.
because in Malaysia, actually, cyberbullying itself is not considered illegal yet.
Yeah, true.
But it can be considered part of a cybersecurity law lah. So we have something to protect cybersecurity under the Communications and Multimedia Act, right? So if you do something that creates or solicit comments that is obscene, indecent, false, offensive, like to annoy people, to abuse, threaten, or harass someone, you can be charged. And if you are found guilty, you will be fined up to 50,000 ringgit, jailed up to 1 year, or both.
What
But
if
it's very rare lah.
what if it's not slander and it's facts?
Like, for example, what?
Like, okay, let's say Nilofa does so and so, and then people attack her on that subject matter online.
She could sue them.
Is it cyberbullying?
She could sue them for harassing, threatening.
Harassing, threatening.
Yeah, so-
unless they don't threaten, it's like, Kak, kenapa tak pandai jaga, it's like, Allah tengah tengok.
I think it depends on how the person construct a sentence or how they comment. If you go something, kau tak malu ke? Tak boleh SOP ni.
They are
kau
overly
mentang-mentang
aggressive
kau
lah,
ni. If they overly aggressive, that can be considered as a threat or in overly offensive manner lah. But if that person kata, boleh ke? Kenapa tak ikut SOP? It's just a question mark. Depends on what the person is. The person wrote on the comment.
It depends who is directed to.
Yeah, who is directed to? If it's a manner of question, is it accusing or is it threatening? Only then MCMC can take action, or only then the law can come in. You cannot simply say, "Oh, dia bully." What proof do you have to say that? And then another thing is, action will be taken against things that very very sensitive in Malaysia. For example, number 1, racial issue. Number 2, religion. Number 3, when it comes to royalty. Those 3 are the 3 important things that if you say something about these 3, you for sure will be kena attack one.
Kena
Confirm
MC.
Kena MC
Kena
one,
swatted
kena
one.
cyberbully
Especially
one,
the third
confirm.
one. Especially royalty.
Yeah, especially
So we'll
royalty.
never
you
talk about that.
Never can like be mindful lah what you're gonna say
Not
about.
be mindful. There is freedom of speech,
Yeah.
but know what you can and cannot say.
Yeah.
Yes. Know what you can and cannot say.
So I think it also depends on the victim, right? How much they feel the consequences of this cyberbullying. For example, if it comes to a point where the person cannot take it and they have suicidal tendencies or they actually commit suicide, because there are such cases,
or
teenagers.
they go into depression or mental illness.
It happens
Yeah.
in schools, some kids gonna cyberbully
Yeah.
until like cannot take it, go back, commit suicide.
That
Commit
is
suicide.
actually
This is the most severe consequence of cyberbullying, right?
it brings back to the part where like how it affected you, whether it's harmful or whether it's harmless. You know, those are the things that are very, very harmful, because when you say something that very, very bad or very, very offensive, it has an effect to that person. Like that person might think it's true, when the fact that it's not even true. Like let's say, oh, Anip, you're fat.
Or
When the
Jeremy,
fact
you're
I'm not
Korean.
fat. But because a lot of people be saying that I feel like I'm fat and I cannot get rid of it, the only way is to die. That's what happened to people who like not strong enough or don't have a way out to it.
Because hearing rumors about yourself is one thing, but when you keep seeing it online, or
Yeah.
people send to you, text you, or email you death threats, oh, you should die or what, and then you have like,
That one's a little bit.
you're a celebrity,
Extreme,
you have
yeah.
thousands and thousands of comments saying like, why is she like
Yeah,
that? Why is
especially
she
people
like that?
going to DMs and say, "Oh, you pergi mati lah." It's like,
Yeah, so there's like
Sila
a
meninggal.
different level of mental impact,
Yeah, I mean, we can have a look at the latest one that happened last time was where one of the radio announcers comment something about a teacher, a show about a teacher, right?
he didn't comment.
He did.
He laughed about
He was just laughing.
He was reacting to it.
Yeah.
He was reacting to it,
Yeah.
and then it affected him being kena cyberbullied by a whole lot of people.
And at the same time, he was, how to put it, he wasn't actually cyberbullying, he was just reacting to it,
Yeah.
but then he was doing it against this teacher who was at the time on this educational thing,
Yeah.
and then she was saying
Yeah.
some things. Her
Talking in
English
English.
wasn't 100%, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the way he
It wasn't bad.
reacted to it, it shows that he doesn't have the respect for the teacher lah, or for teachers in
Or
general.
he just find it funny lah.
People tend to like, oh my god, what kind of person are you? Laughing at teachers, don't you have respect for
Because
teachers?
if you look at it,
And then he lost his job for that. Which is,
Yeah,
he lost his
if you look
job.
at it as a different perspective, like perhaps maybe he was just reacting to it, perhaps he find it funny, or perhaps he find it like interesting for him that he find it funny or whatever. But then after that, he didn't meant to bully or what. It was just a reaction.
Yeah.
But the consequences of it is that being that he kena cyberbully, one, then he lost his job, then he had to lay low because this thing will be around for quite a while.
Yeah.
Another thing is because this is huge. The effort was made by the ministry, and he's a part of a radio station.
Yeah, because at the same
Yeah.
time, he's a public figure. He's supposed to
Yeah.
set an example.
Yeah.
So whenever public figures messed up that way,
The impact is bigger.
The
you
impact
you
is bigger,
have to understand what you're doing online lah. That's why
Yeah.
whenever people do borderline dumb shit online, and then they was like, oh, I do understand, and they start apologizing for it. It's wrong at the same time lah when they did that. So I wouldn't say it's right that they got cyberbullied, but they had it coming up.
Yeah.
Even before what he did on TikTok, I think in that day when the video went up, the video of the teacher went up. Also online, there were a lot of things said about the teacher.
Yes.
So a lot of people were also criticizing her
Yeah.
English and all that. So just because he is a public figure, he got it worse.
Yeah.
So how can you? These people are a bit hypocrite, isn't it?
Yes.
It depends though. Some public figures, I would say, I've seen online, they are debating this in a sensible manner. But then of course trolls will be trolls. They will come in like, oh, why are you talking about this about teachers? You look at you lah, you think your English very good. But then some people are trying to debate the issue, whether teachers, whether they need to step up their English, yada yada. But then some people are just borderline rude
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
insensitive.
Yeah.
Yes. I
which
agree.
they do not deserve any sympathy lah.
Yeah.
Because they did something wrong, so they have to bear the brunt of it.
Consequences
Yeah, the
lah.
consequences.
I mean, another thing to note is that doesn't mean that you're not a public figure. You have the right. You're entitled.
that
to
means
say,
you're entitled to say
Yeah,
shit.
of course.
entitled to shit.
But-
Because you never know. One day, at like a perfect timing with the perfect person or perfect situation, you will get the spotlight.
Yeah.
You will get the spotlight. Just remember
And then
this.
people will dig up all your weirdest
All our things
tweets
about
or
you.
yada yada, and then it's like, bro, he said this in 20 something something. In 2009, he said this shit about gay people.
So that happened a lot.
Yes.
Lately, that happened a lot. For example, it happened to Kevin Hart. It happened to big celebrities in JS.
Yes,
Even
James
in
Gunn
Malaysia
also.
But
James
these are the
Gunn.
things that sometimes that when we were younger, we are a different phase of life. We think differently, and that does not reflect who you are right now.
Yeah, today,
It's just
yep.
that when for people who's listening or watching this, it's just to know that when you're younger and your past is different from what you are right now. It doesn't represent who you are right now. Like whenever last time you say, oh, I hate gay people and whatever, right? But back then you feel like that. But after a while, maybe you befriended gay people, or you yourself become gay. You never know.
And then you start understanding gay people more. And stuff
Yeah,
like that.
you start understanding gay people more. Like those are the example. So
Things change.
things change. So it's not right to attack people based on correct the history,
Based on their past.
Yeah, if they were saying something current, you want to say something, let it be related to what that person is saying or what the case is about.
Yeah. And don't go on the
Not personal.
offensive. Don't attack people out of one small thing. Like,
Yeah.
debate the issue. Is it correct, or is it wrong?
Yeah.
Don't attack for just to be a troll. Don't be a troll. Just don't be a troll.
Okay,
But-
just
but
one
regardless,
last thing
don't be a
before,
bully.
before we wrap up lah. If let's say for Yusuf's case, right, what he did, if he's not a public figure, if you see him doing that, posting on your newsfeed, you're his friend, right? Just your friend, one of your friend doing the same thing. Would you troll him in that sense, like how he was trolled publicly?
Job. Depends how many followers you have.
Exactly. So that is the
my
that's the
God.
saddest part for celebrities,
Yeah.
Like all these problems in terms like even for Nilofa. Okay, if somebody in your friend list flaunt that they went to Langkawi to open a Cawangan Cha Time, right? Are you gonna comment the same thing that you commented on Nilofa?
It depends. How much money they're earning.
Yeah.
I'm just being donkey.
so I just-
this
I
is
think-
why people troll.
I
Because they
think
donkey.
celebrities get the bigger brunt of it because
Yeah.
the people who troll, right, don't know them.
Yeah.
When you know them, you will hold your tongue a bit.
Yeah.
Like if let's say
If
each
you're
both
like-
of you, if Jeremy does something stupid and posts on Facebook, right, you will like
slap
just
in the
text him.
face.
You will
Yeah.
text him, you won't go and troll him on his Facebook post.
It's like,
and
bro,
shame
don't stupid
him
lah,
on-
bro, why you like that, bro? Come on lah, bro, don't like that.
Yeah.
And then we will have a bit more like grace to hold our tongue a bit
Yeah.
or like talk to him personally or what, right?
True.
Because for if you look at like celebrities, right, you have no personal, relationship or
Yeah.
no
With your fans.
anything, right? So it's very hard for you to understand or for you to
Yeah.
defend in that manner.
Yeah.
The only thing that if you ask me, the only thing that I would do, I would stay away from it. I will stay away from it. I'm not going to say anything about it because number one, I have no right to say anything about it because it's not even my case. It's not even my case. It has nothing to do with me. But if I want to say something about it, it should be something very neutral and it be something maybe advisable, like something that's factually correct or like it has a good in it lah. Yes, something that you say might be good.
But if people, you don't say it online, people talking like in public, like in mama, like that.
Yeah.
So
Like,
back to
bro,
the
have you heard
gossiping
of
lah.
the Nelofa thing or not? What do you think about it, bro?
What I would do, like people say to me or I'm just listening from another table.
Yeah, no, people talking to you about it. It's like, bro, the Nelofa. I was like, kenapa lah dia macam ni? Tak patut lah kan?
I guess for me it's like he must have her own reason lah.
Yeah.
Of course you feel not happy about it because she's breaking the SOP. But one thing is I would say like, okay, that's not right. That's not right. She did not do the right thing. But I don't know. You never know the actual case because you're not the police who investigating it. So you don't know. So what best we can do is like hopefully she doesn't break anything, or hopefully she deserves whatever that she gets. Depends on what she does lah. That's
So
about it.
technically bersangka baik lah.
Yes, bersangka baik.
But for
The
me-
key is here, bersangka baik no matter what.
But for me, people come to me and people say that shit lah. So people are talking about Nilofa.
I also say what, to be honest, I also say when I read it, like, what? Why did she do that? Straight away I unfollow her.
What? That's right.
You unfollow her?
I unfollow
I didn't
her
follow her in the
because
first
so
place.
much drama. I don't want.
So I don't know what's the case. So people come to me, people talk about it. It was like, yeah, dia buat perkahwinan. Lepas tu kau tengok SOP tak jaga semua. And then I was like, I look at them, it's like, where the mama?
Mama
We
also tak
totally have
SOP.
no SOP. It was like,
Yeah.
But then, you at that time you don't think about it, so you go like, itulah dia kan kaya. Dia boleh bayar untuk semua orang. That's just a passing comment. Okay, but
Yeah.
then don't say it online.
Because
I
it's
say it,
very
so
hard to. It's
I
very
am not
hard-
saying it online. Kind of stupid that way.
I mean, it's very hard to say. It's very hard to say because you're not in that situation. Like for me, when I heard the news, I just like, okay, I heard the news, okay, fine, whatever. Because like it's her problem.
You don't care about celebrity problems.
I don't care about their problem. It's not my problem. It's their problem.
Because kita rakyat marhain, bro.
I mean,
Kita tak
it's not
mampu
about
to have
that.
this
Because,
problem.
okay, no matter how much you care about another person's problem, what good does it bring to you? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. What good does it bring to you? It doesn't bring you any good. Right? If you say this, does it affect you? Does it affect the person? It will affect the person. Does it affect you in a way like does it bring any good to you or not? Do you get earn extra money from that? Unless if you're being paid to comment, become keyboard warrior.
Career, bro.
Career.
Unless it's a career, shut the hell up.
I like to, not to say like, I tend to come across this kind of news a lot. Like, gossip, juicy news or whatever.
Why?
Because, I mean, in my previous work, I had to like correct viral news to write about it.
Oh,
So-
it's work. Career.
yeah, so
Career.
now I don't have to do that anymore, but
Okay.
it is a habit really. Like, I just check social media, what's trending, what are they talking about. So now the running topic that's starting to go viral is about girls in school. Okay, Muslim girls in school. Apparently, because back in the school days, right? Apparently, it's still happening now. Like girls, when they're on their period, they cannot pray, So when they tell the teacher they cannot pray, and then the teacher will ask them to
Lift up their skirt.
proof that
Proof.
they are
Take it out.
having period,
So you take out the pen and then like, you smell and see.
or touch, or the teacher will touch them.
Male teachers or female teachers?
Female teaching.
Female, mostly female, but male also like will make like very shrewd comments. Betul ke? Betul mai angkat tengok. That kind of comments. So apparently a lot of these stories came up,
Yeah.
and apparently it's still happening to this day.
This is sexual abuse. This ain't right.
So this is not really cyberbullying or gossiping
Yeah.
or whatever, but it becomes a rumor if some people are just riding on the trend, riding on the wave, and then sharing their story and like blowing it up.
What
to
if they're
make it
sharing
look-
fake stories?
Yeah, so how to prove, right?
Yes.
So that's part of how rumors start. But I don't think this is quite a big issue that
Okay,
a lot
yeah.
news
Of
report.
course it is an
So
issue.
currently that's the running one, and then of course, this Nilofa's case is still never ending.
I mean,
I guess.
to sum it all up, right? Gossip, rumors, cyberbullying. There's only one thing that you need to do: be mindful of what you're gonna say or what you're gonna type. Always remember that what you say or what you type, does it bring any good, any benefit to people, or does it not? If it doesn't, then don't do it. It's the same,
Yeah.
similar like fake news. Don't share if you don't know. Those are actually the same thing. I mean, cliche as it is, it's very hard to do because we are normal people. We are a person. I'm also a person. Sometimes I also read stuff like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Of
You know?
course, we are not holier.
Yeah,
than
we're not
thou.
holier than thou. It's just that if you can try to like, once you read something,
Always remind yourself.
like step back, take a look at the bigger picture. Like, okay, did you? Wait, how do I find out about this? Like maybe
Always
you can
Google
check.
first. Always Google
Always
first.
Google first.
Of course, you Google already. You triple check that shit also.
Keep scrolling
Yes.
and read more results.
Yes.
Read more.
Don't just double check. Triple check that shit, bro. Whenever people send WhatsApp to you, it's a rumor. Okay, whether it's true or not, see if it's published on the proper websites.
Yes.
KKM ke,
Yeah.
you know.
especially
proper
now,
stuff.
a lot of those restriction rumor, COVID rumor, PKP rumor,
Vaccine
a lot,
rumors.
vaccine rumors, a lot. This kind of thing, y'all don't know. Don't say anything about
Yes.
it.
And then
Don't know. Don't say anything about it.
another thing, I think for like the younger generation, right? Don't take social media as a joke. Like you don't joke about
Yes.
things like
Yeah.
killing yourself.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
don't
yeah.
joke
Yeah.
about murder and whatever, right? When you see somebody post something like that, even if you think it's a joke, you should check also whether
Yeah.
this person is okay.
Yes.
Bro, you seriously you okay, bro?
You know,
that.
like 2 years ago, this case in Kuching, Kuching or don't know which part of Sarawak, this 19-year-old girl posted on social media, on her Instagram, posted a poll. Should I die? Then she put a poll, yes or no.
People comment yes.
People comment yes, and
he
she really committed suicide.
Yeah. She
Thinking
committed
she did it
suicide.
as a joke, you know.
Yeah.
So I think we, as younger people, we don't take social media as a joke.
Yeah, I mean like social media, especially now in digital technology time,
Yeah.
like in modern time, everything is like you will leave a print everywhere. You
That's
know,
true. That's
you
true.
will leave a digital print of yourself everywhere. You cannot escape this. So
Yes.
be aware and be mindful to like. You know, even if you go in, if you're part of people who voted yes for that, I mean, people can still find you.
I think they were investigated.
Yeah,
I think.
they can find you. Like, don't think
they
just
could be
because.
a accomplice.
Yeah.
to,
You could say I didn't know she would really did it.
Doesn't
But-
matter.
But you still contributed to
Yeah,
the
you
problem.
still
Doesn't
voted.
matter. Doesn't matter. So it doesn't mean that social media is not in the real place, but mind is it is actually a real place
But at
because
the
there's real people there.
There are real people behind.
At the same time, of course, if you have problems, suicidal tendencies, do go to the proper
Yeah,
help
proper
line,
agencies,
yeah.
helplines.
You know,
There are
don't
few.
just
Yeah.
social media is not going to help you when you
Yes.
have this kind of
Don't
problems.
think that there's no one out there to help you. There will always
Yes.
be somebody out there to
Yeah.
help you.
Yeah,
You
just
I
not
have-
on social media.
I have a tip for people who like to spread gossip online or like to share stuff and whatever. There's a way for you to do it. Number one is to take a break from social media. Like take a quick break from social media, which is like maybe
One
in a
day.
day, 1 day break. If you feel like you
Wait, I
constantly
cannot.
read all this, if you keep sharing
cannot.
all this, right? How about you take a quick break from social media? Maybe like okay, I'm gonna take a break from social media today because I've been, you know, you gotta analyze yourself. Like, do you share a lot of bad things? Do you comment so many bad things? If you do, you might as well just take a step back and
Yeah.
relax. Because if not, like I said, at the perfect timing, at the correct time and day and situation, you will be the person who's gonna be in that situation.
Yeah.
You know,
It will come back to bite you in the
bite
ass.
you in the ass.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. And then if you see online, you see those comments and you cannot find the troll, probably because you're the troll.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's wrap this up.
And remember, the next time you feel like you are in a makcik bawang session, right? Just stop it.
Yeah.
Just eat the bawang and go away.
Unless you're there just to listen.
Stop it. Don't just listen. Just stop
I mean,
the conversation.
honestly, like.
Kita suka dengar.
Honestly, it's very hard to get away from it. I understand.
It is a bad habit.
It is a bad habit.
We're all
but
still trying.
We're all still trying. So if you can try the best that you can do, you know, stay away from it. Okay, guys.
Alright.
All right. I hope that this session is very meaningful for all of you.
Hopefully
You know,
it's meaningful
hopefully-
for us also.
Yeah. So what the end line here? Okay. All right. So that's about it for today's episode. My name is Anif.
And I'm Jeremy.
That's Jessica. Okay.
Remember, talk about it.
Yes.